We all know that secret relationships can be tricky, and affairs that are hidden can sometimes lead to bad things. When people cheat, it often ends in hurt feelings, and sometimes even serious crimes. In this story, we're going to look at what happened in Meadowbrook, Pennsylvania, back in 2004. Sarah, a lonely wife, started a secret relationship with Peter, a young priest. When their secret came out, terrible things happened, and the whole town was shocked. Let's dive into the details of this case to understand how betrayal and greed can have serious consequences. Harry was born in 1974 in a small town in Pennsylvania. He was a smart and hardworking guy who wanted to make something of himself and leave his small town life behind. After high school, he went to college to study oil engineering. He was a good student, and everyone liked him. After college, Harry got a job in the oil industry. It was a tough job, but he was good at it and quickly got promoted. His job paid well, but it also meant he was often away from home, working in remote and difficult places. In 2001, Harry met Sarah at a party. She was a beautiful and kind woman. Sarah was born in 1976 in a small town in Pennsylvania. She grew up in a good family and was always kind and caring. She was loved by everyone because she was nice and always thought of others. Harry and Sarah talked a lot at the party. Harry was drawn to Sarah because she was a good listener and was kind to him. Sarah liked Harry's strength and the stories he told about his travels. After the party, Harry couldn't stop thinking about Sarah. He felt like she was the one for him. Soon after, Harry reached out to Sarah, and they started spending time together. They went on walks, had dinners, and fell in love. Harry was sincere, patient, and loving. He always tried to spend time with Sarah, even though his job kept him away. Harry also understood how important family was to Sarah and respected her desire for a stable life. Sarah felt safe and loved with Harry, even though his job was demanding. She believed in their future and thought they could build a happy life together. After a year of dating, Harry proposed to Sarah by the lake. Sarah said yes, and they got married in a small ceremony with their family and friends. They were very happy at first. Sarah was Harry's support system, and he made her feel safe and loved. But after a year, they were still not able to have a baby. They both wanted children, and Sarah was starting to feel stressed. She was worried that she couldn't have a baby and felt like she was failing as a wife. At home, Sarah was lonely and sad. She started going to church to pray for comfort, hoping her faith could help her feel better. That's where she met Father Peter, a new priest who had just arrived. He was charming, and everyone liked him. He was a good priest, and people often went to him for advice. Sarah was feeling lost and alone, so she started talking to Father Peter about her marriage problems. She told him how she missed Harry when he was away, and how sad she was that they couldn't have children. Father Peter told Sarah to be patient and suggested she see a doctor with Harry to find out why they couldn't have kids. He also said she should pray more and try to find peace. At first, Sarah and Father Peter just talked, and she felt comforted by him. But Sarah was so lonely and sad about not having children that she started to fall for Father Peter's kindness. He was charming and made her feel special, and their relationship went beyond what was right. Sarah felt scared and guilty. She knew she was doing wrong, but she was drawn to Father Peter. He promised he could help her have a baby, and she believed him. Father Peter took advantage of Sarah's weakness and convinced her that their relationship was the answer to her dream of becoming a mother. They met secretly in hidden parts of the church, where they thought no one would see them. They kissed and got close. But soon, they wanted more. Father Peter started inviting Sarah to his private room at the church, where they could be alone. Their relationship grew stronger, and they started making love. They didn't just meet at the church. Sometimes they would sneak off to places like the church bathrooms, making their secret even more exciting and dangerous. But most often, they met at Sarah and Harry's house. When Harry was away, Father Peter would go to Sarah's house, pretending to pray with her, but really to continue their affair. In the same bed that Sarah shared with her husband, she would make love with Father Peter. She felt guilty, like she was betraying Harry and her faith. Even though she knew it was wrong, Sarah couldn't stop. She was caught in a trap, and each time she was with Father Peter, she felt worse. Father Peter was clever and knew how to keep Sarah in the relationship. He used her desire to have a baby to control her. Then, something unexpected happened that changed everything. Matt, a member of the church, went to pray one evening and saw something shocking. He saw Sarah and Father Peter making love in a hidden corner of the church grounds. It was a complete shock, because everyone thought Father Peter was a good and holy man. Matt felt betrayed and angry. He knew that if this secret came out, it would cause a lot of trouble for the church and the town. Instead of telling everyone right away, Matt asked to meet with Father Peter secretly. Father Peter was worried and tried to convince Matt to keep quiet. He offered him money and other things to keep the secret. Matt refused Father Peter's offer. Instead, he made a shocking demand. He wanted to have a secret relationship with Sarah. Father Peter was surprised and angry. He realized Matt wasn't just a threat to his reputation, but a dangerous person who could ruin everything. He couldn't accept Matt's request. Father Peter knew he couldn't bribe or reason with Matt. He knew if he didn't get rid of him, his life and career would be over. Father Peter decided to kill Matt to silence him forever. He invited Matt to meet at the church again, pretending to talk about the deal. Matt didn't know it would be his last visit. In the empty church, Father Peter attacked Matt with a heavy object, hitting him on the head. Matt fell to the ground, dead. Father Peter dragged Matt's body to the church well and threw it in. After killing Matt, Father Peter continued his secret relationship with Sarah as if nothing had happened. He acted like a normal priest, teaching and leading church activities, hiding the terrible crime he had just committed. He acted normal around Sarah, too. He didn't show any signs that he had just killed someone. After a while, Harry started to notice Sarah acting strange. She was cold and distant, and often left the house late at night for no reason. Harry felt something was wrong and decided to find out what was going on. He secretly followed Sarah, watching her actions and where she went, especially when she went to the church late at night. He became more suspicious when he realized she wasn't just praying at the church. She was meeting with Father Peter in secret. One night, when Sarah said she was going to pray, Harry followed her. He stayed far enough back so she wouldn't see him, but close enough to watch her every move. When they got to the church, Harry saw Sarah go to the back courtyard, where there were fewer people and the lights were dim. He saw something he never imagined. Sarah and Father Peter were making love in a hidden corner of the church. Harry was heartbroken, angry, and betrayed. He couldn't believe his wife was cheating on him. He was furious and decided to confront them right away. Harry came out of hiding and walked towards them. Sarah and Father Peter were shocked to see him. Harry charged at Father Peter before he could even get dressed. A violent fight broke out between Harry and Father Peter. Sarah stood there, scared and confused, not knowing what to do. Harry was furious and attacked Father Pereire wildly. But Father Peter was strong and fought back. The fight got more intense as they wrestled with each other. During the fight, Father Peter accidentally killed Harry. Sarah watched in disbelief as her husband lay on the ground, dead. Father Peter, after committing this brutal act, calmed down and realized he had to act fast. He ran away, leaving Sarah alone, filled with panic, guilt, and fear. He left the church grounds knowing he had not only killed Harry, but had put himself on a path with no turning back. Sarah was alone, kneeling beside Harry, tears streaming down her face. she realized the awful consequences of the sinful relationship she had started. The police arrived and started their investigation. They examined the scene, collected evidence, and talked to Sarah. They knew Father Peter was the killer. But during their search of the church grounds, they found something unusual at the well. They discovered the body of Matt, the church member, hidden in the well. The police realized Father Peter had killed Matt too, to keep his secret relationship with Sarah hidden. The police sealed off all exits, and after a dramatic chase, they caught Father Peter just before he could escape town. At his trial, Father Peter was found guilty of murdering Harry and Matt, and of having an affair with Sarah. The Meadowbrook community, who had once admired and respected him, was now filled with anger and frustration. Father Peter was sentenced to death, ending his reign of terror. After Harry's death and Father Peter's arrest, Sarah fell into a deep depression. She had to face the consequences of her actions, and the guilt tormented her. Soon after, she found out she was pregnant, which only added to her confusion and distress. She wasn't sure if the baby was Harry's or Father Peter's, and this mystery would stay with her for the rest of her life. The town of Meadowbrook, after these terrible events, lost its peace and serenity. The church, once a symbol of peace and faith, became a symbol of darkness and betrayal. The townspeople, though trying to move on, couldn't forget the tragedy that had unfolded. The betrayal, crime, and loss were forever etched in their minds. Who do you think is the father of Sarah's child? Is it Harry or Father Peter? Share your thoughts in the comment section, and we'll talk about it. Thank you for watching, and if you like more of this story, please follow, like, and share.